หนึ่งช่วงนะครับเป็น108 Music นะครับ108ดนตรีอย่างที่บอกว่าเคยออนแอร์ทางไทย PBS นะครับแล้วก็ได้หยุดออกอากาศไปอันนี้เราก็จะกลับเอามาชุบชีวิตใหม่นะครับกับคอนเทนต์ใหม่นะครับรับรองได้ว่าจะเป็นมิวสิกคอนเทนต์ที่หาดูได้ยากในเมืองไทยสวัสดีครับตอนนี้ผมนั่งอยู่กับกูรูทางด้านแจ๊สกีตาร์นะครับที่ไม่คิดว่าจะได้มีโอกาสได้เจอเขานะครับถ้าเทียบกับวงการคอมพิวเตอร์เขาก็คือสตีฟ จ็อบส์นะครับแต่นี่คือจอห์น แมคลาฟลินครับ Hi welcome to Thailand
Thank you
Yeah
Beautiful country
Oh thank you You've been here before
Yes I have as a tourist with my family
Okay
Yeah.
Where do you go in when you come with your family
It was about 4 years ago No it was 5 years ago I remember because it was in the 26th of December it was after that because this was the big tsunami that hit Phuket and Sri Lanka. Yeah, it was. I remember it was very sad period. But we were happy. We were in Australia visiting. I have family in Australia, and we said so on the way back. Let's go to Thailand and be tourists. It's beautiful. Buddhist country, I'm a big fan of Buddhism.
And are you Buddhist now? No.
No, I don't like to say I am this or that. I'm a human being.
Okay.
Whether we accept a particular kind of religion, this is one thing, but I don't like to say I am a Buddhist or I am a Catholic or I am a Christian or I'm first a human being. Then I enjoy different philosophy, but Buddhism is one of my favorite.
Oh wow. Okay. And about yesterday, you have a guitar clinic here. Yeah. I heard about something about Miles Davis say blue in F and don't pay F.
That was Miles.
Can you tell me about that?
Miles was like a Zen Buddhist master. He would say things to musicians to knock them out of the ordinary mind. Because the ordinary mind actually and music they don't go together. You need to be in an inspired state of mind, or you need to feel some interior joy. You cannot just go to the stage and play notes. This is silly. This is not music. And the whole point of jazz music is that it's spontaneous. There's a lot of spontaneity, and the spontaneity means you are in this moment. How am I feeling in this moment with my colleagues? And so we have a collective integration and interaction. And this is very beautiful and sometimes very risky because we don't know where we go, but we rely on the instincts, and the instincts don't lie actually. They don't lie.
Instinct,
Yeah. It's but Miles, he taught me really so much. I cannot really. I would have to write for many days to say what he gave me. I can never pay that debt.
If you're not a guitarist of the Miles Davis on that time, you're gonna have another lesson?
Well, when I went to the New York
Yep.
in the beginning, in January '69,
Okay.
it wasn't to play with Miles Davis, it was to play with Tony Williams.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Who was the drummer
I heard
of
him,
Miles Davis since 1964. He played with Miles for 5 years. But after 5 years, already Miles was changing. I could hear in his records. He was moving. He had the whole decade of the 1960s was perfect, really. It was an amazing decade, and Miles did such fantastic work in new forms of jazz, new conceptions. He and Coltrane, they did just wonderful things. And but by 1969, I just happened to be there at the right time. I went there to play with Tony Williams and Larry Young, Khalid Yassin, the organ player. But Miles, he loved Tony, and he didn't want Tony to leave. But Tony, he wanted to move into a more fusion area.
Okay.
You know, and that he needed a guitar player, and he heard me because of a jam I did with drummer Jack DeJohnette
Okay.
while he was in London, and he played it for Tony, and then Tony called me to go and join him. But when Miles saw that Tony had a guitar player, he wanted to have a guitar player too.
Okay.
So actually it was, for me, perfect, because when I wasn't playing with Tony, I was playing with Miles. So the best of all worlds.
Okay. Maybe on that, after you play with the Miles after the Tony Williams.
Actually, at the same time, exactly the same time, the day I arrived in New York, of course, Tony came to meet me at the JFK airport. But that night I met Miles also. And Miles, he knew I was a guitar player from Europe.
Okay.
And I met him that very night, and the next day I met him again, and he said, okay, you got to come to the studio. And that was the recording of In a Silent Way.
Okay, in silent way. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, very beautiful record. And so it was a dream come true for me. I had no idea that I would play with Miles. I went there to play with Tony. But in the end I played with Tony and I played with Miles. I mean, perfect, really.
On that time, you like a 20 something.
I was 20, 25. I was just had on my birthday, 26.
Wow, that's a dream come true.
Yeah.
The guitarist of Miles Davis.
Yeah. And the dream is still alive today because I continue to play with Miles. I played with Tony continuously for 2 years. But and of course we made recordings after he came on my recording, and I did other things with him. But with Miles, I continued to play with him in concert and do recordings with him all the way until the last concert in Paris in summer '91.
Okay.
Which was 2 months before he died. So I was there for that last concert. So I did a number of recordings and concerts over all those years. And I used to meet him too. I mean, for example, I had a piece of music that I wrote for guitar, acoustic guitar and symphony orchestra.
Okay.
In 1984 or 5. And it had been commissioned by the Los Angeles Philharmonic. And at that time, Miles had moved out to Los Angeles, to Santa Monica. And so he, you know, I called him when I got out to Los Angeles, and he came to the opening, the creation of the first of the piece with the Los Angeles Philharmonic. So, and it was Thanksgiving, so I spent Thanksgiving with him and his wife. I mean, it was beautiful. What a man. He was misunderstood by a lot of people. In America, yes. Yeah. And he also used to make fun of white Americans. That's why some people, they call him racist, but he was the opposite of racist. He didn't care what color.